Buckle up. You are listening to Musicians and Beyond with Lawhorn and Sarabian, where we bring you the backstage info on the life, lyrics, and long journeys of the music industry. Mark, how you doing today?
Could not be better. I'm here in studio with you, and this is where I feel at home.
Yeah, excellent. We have an incredible guest coming up today, and she has a really cool story to tell us. But let's rewind a week and go back to Emanuele Pastuccia.
The Italian cowboy.
He is a character from, he's the lead guitarist of Creed Fisher, and he's in the middle of doing a nationwide tour. He said he's scheduled to play in every single state in the United States.
Yep, he's living down in Texas. He's from just outside of Rome, Italy,
Yep.
and playing in a country band. He's got all things going right there.
Yeah, he's a great guy, great guy. And today we have Jordan Quinn in studio with us. And, she's got a lot going on. She plays multiple times a week all over New England and sometimes outside of New England. And Jordan, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
This is great.
I'm nervous.
Why are you nervous?
I don't know. I was doing fine, and then you hit the record button. Now it's like, oh.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Well, the audience may remember she wasn't that nervous last time she was here in studio with us.
Well, I had my Monster Energy drink. I was ready to go.
That's not true. Yeah.
Well, so Jordan, you're playing all over New England. About how much time do you spend playing around? How many times a week?
Actually, this summer, I believe I have one day off.
Wow,
This entire summer. So I'm playing every day.
that's amazing.
Yeah. It's
amazing.
fun. I mean, why not, you know?
Yeah.
3 hours.
Are you doing mostly originals or covers, or how is this
I
working?
do mostly covers, and then I'm also in a few different bands, and we do weddings and private parties and all that fun stuff, but it's mostly cover stuff.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I kind of took a break from the original writing, but when I was sick last week, I did write a new song.
You did.
Yeah.
Are you going to play it for us later?
No.
No.
I don't know
Alrighty.
if it's... I haven't even showed my dad yet.
Not
Wow.
quite, not
Well, you
quite
could
ready for
debut
prime
it.
time.
You could debut it right here on
Do I
Musicians and
do it?
Beyond.
No, it's still kind of boring. It's a cool concept. I really like. It's. I think I'm gonna call it Rose. It's like about like rose-colored glasses and how they kind of, blinded by love and whatever.
Nice, nice. So how do you write a song?
I start lyrically. I think the lyrics are the most important. I would consider myself a good writer, and I enjoy it. So I start kind of just writing a poem, or if something's on my mind, I just kind of take the concept of it and just write about it, or just vent, and then I go through and I see which lines I like, and then I just kind of go from there. The one I did last week, it's actually from Dream World. It was kind of like an ironic take of Dream World, because Dream World's about my ex, and he's my ex now, so it was kind of like a little ironic kind of, have the turntables, you know what I'm trying to say. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Anyways, I had that written, and then I had it for like a few months, and I just kind of let it sit there, and then I went back to it, and I reread it, and it was still kind of like in a venting, sentencing kind of form, and so I just took them and I made them into lyrics.
Jordan,
Did you like that explanation?
Great explanation.
Thank you
Now, let me
so
ask you,
much.
when you started writing, is it you just keeping a journal and learning how to write songs, or did you go through the educational process and go through formal studying of?
No, I never studied
Never did.
that. No, I just kind of winged it.
And came up with your own
Yeah.
style. Good.
Yeah.
And you mentioned Dream World. That is
Yeah.
a album that you just released.
The single, yeah.
Yeah, single.
Yeah.
Not too long ago, and that's available on all major platforms.
Yes, it is.
So you would look up Jordan Quinn,
Yeah.
Dream World. Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out. I love Dream World, but I was trying too hard to sound like popular artists these days, and I just don't think that's the sound that I want. So I'm Still trying to figure out the sound.
You can also find Dream World on our website,
Yeah.
in our podcast, and on our Spotify playlist.
I mean, for my first song, it's not horrible. I think it's pretty fun.
It was a great song.
Thanks.
I downloaded it. It cost me 99 cents.
I can give you $1 right now.
No, that's okay. You hold on.
Thank you.
Thanks for
I'll
offering.
split it. You give him 50 cents, I'll give him 50 cents.
All
Oh
right.
my
Cool.
God, you guys! Why is it always picking on me?
We weren't.
No?
Offering to help you.
Never.
Okay,
Not me.
cool. So, how did you get into music?
Honestly, it was from my dad. I think I was in 3rd grade, and he got a little pamphlet in the mail looking for little munchkins. There was like a community theater doing The Wizard of Oz. And my dad was like, "You want to be a munchkin?" And I was like, "Sure." And I didn't get a munchkin that had a line or a singing part, and I was very upset about it. And so I always made it a goal to make sure I got a singing part or a line, a little featured part, and then I just stayed in theater because I love theater. That's my thing.
Let's remind our audience and those listening at home that Jordan has been a past guest of ours, and we met her up at Red's Kitchen and Tavern in Seabrook during the Seabrook Idol contest,
Yeah.
which you've done how many times?
Just once.
Just
I
once?
was supposed to do it again, but I got sick.
That's right. That's it. And so you made her friendship up there. We were lucky to watch her and sit with the Drivas family and be their guest with Ray Bork and John Drivas and take part in that program. It was a lot of fun up there.
It's
Did
so
you
fun.
enjoy it?
Of course. Yes.
And would you go back again if you were invited
I
again?
actually would. Yeah.
Interesting. Good.
Maybe not to compete. Maybe to just kind of
Experience.
Yeah, I think I'm too insecure to compete. Like, I just compare myself too much. I just don't.
That's interesting because you don't come off as a person that's not confident. You come off very confident.
I try to. I mean, it's my own little alter ego. No, I'm actually a very insecure person. And it's always like, I don't know, I just found myself constantly comparing myself to them. And I never actually see, like, you can have 2 singers in the room and they both can sing, and the majority of people will be like, "Oh, yeah, but this one's better." And I just don't do that. Like, I don't know if I just don't have the ear for that, because, like, I just don't hear things like that. Like, I don't hear the, "Oh, I like this voice is better than this one." I just don't hear it. So when I do competitions, it's like, "Oh, she was really good. Like, she's probably going to win," because I just don't hear the difference.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know why.
You enjoy it rather
Yeah.
than allow it to cloud you with a competitive
Yeah.
nature. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
So I think that's why I get so competitive, because I don't hear the difference in my voice versus others. It's just constantly like, "Oh, that person was really good. Like, how am I going to beat that?" And then it's my own insecurities that make me upset at competitions.
Well, you don't have any reason to be insecure.
I try.
You're very
People
talented,
say.
good songwriter, incredible voice.
Thank you.
So we're going to talk about some things that you have up and coming. But first, I think, do you have a song that you'd like to
Yeah.
grace our audience with?
Sure.
What song are you going to do?
Which song do you want me to do?
Something from the 60s.
What a setup. Sure thing. I wonder what song I should do. Looking out on the morning rain, I used to feel so uninspired when I knew how to face another day. Lord, it made me feel so tired. For the day I met you,
woman. Well, my soul was in a lost and found. You came along to claim it. Didn't know just what was wrong with me. Till your kiss helped me name it. All I'll be dead for, what I won't let me fall. If I make you happy, I don't need to do more. You make me feel, you make me feel like a natural woman. Baby, what you done to me? Oh, you make me feel so good inside. And I wanna be close to you. You make me feel, you make me like a natural. 'Cause you make me feel, you make me feel like a natural woman. Natural woman.
That was Jordan Quinn. You can find all the information about her on www.itsjordanquinn.com.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? See, I did my homework.
Excellent.
Right? So we can go to that website. We can download your music.
Yes.
You can buy swag. You can find out where you're going to be playing.
Don't have merch. I don't know.
You
if
don't have
I
merch?
I know. I should.
I was wondering why you came in here
Maybe for the
empty-handed.
show. Maybe for the show I'll do some merch, but yeah.
So let me ask you, you said maybe for the show. That song comes from a show that you're going to be doing soon?
Yeah, I'm producing a show.
Let's hear about it.
I am producing a show. It's called Queens. It's a tribute to the most beloved female artists in the music industry from 60s to present day. And I wanted, because I grew up in the theater industry, I wanted to do a more theatrical approach with it, and my dad and I would talk about how to go about it. You know, should we have a narrator? Should we, I don't know. And it was like kind of taking an educational approach to it of like, oh, like these women influenced the 60s by doing blah, 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 blah. And like I would sing Aretha Franklin and then I'd be Jordan Quinn again and like talk about the era, and it just didn't work. So I actually literally a few days ago came up with this cool idea where the set is a bedroom and all the costume pieces are throughout throughout the stage. So there's like, I don't know, a scarf hanging off the mic stand and a sweater draping over the amp, the guitar amp. And it kind of looks like this disheveled room, but it's really my room when I was a little girl, pretending to be all these different women and just like dressing up. And like, you know, when you're like little and you get your friends together and you're like, oh, mom, dad, like we just came up with this show, like we want to show you, we're going to put on this show for you. And you like do like costumes and all that fun little thing. So it's kind of that idea behind it. So I'm never myself. Like I'll go and do, I don't know, She Works Hard for the Money. And every song is from a specific live show. So Donna Summer, She Works Hard for the Money, her live performance at the Grammys is the version that we're doing. And so I have a backup singer, and she's going to basically do like the intro to Donna Summer's Grammy performance of the announcer being like, oh, this is Donna Summer, she just won blah, 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 this award. So it kind of takes the audience to each individual performance instead of like doing She Works Hard for the Money and then going into Dolly Parton. It's just like, oh, that was Donna Summer, and now I'm gonna do Dolly Parton, and Dolly Parton used to work with Whitney Houston, and Dolly Parton actually wrote I Will Always Love You. Like, instead of doing that, it's like I do the Donna Summer performance, and then all of a sudden I'm in my country accent doing Dolly Parton's intro to 9 to 5, and I'm Dolly Parton instead of Jordan Quinn singing Dolly
That's good.
Parton.
You put a lot of
So it's cool. It's like a cool little...
you put a lot of time and effort into
Yeah.
this whole production.
She goes from Jordan Quinn, singer-songwriter, to Jordan Quinn, singer-songwriter, producer, director, set designer.
Yeah.
Actor.
Well, I went to school for acting and directing, so I have that education, and I just love that stuff. That's where it is, and now I'm actually excited because it's different. It's not like a typical tribute show that's kind of a concert feel. It's more of like it's 25 different women, so it's 25 different concerts basically. That makes sense.
Yeah, 25 different performances.
Yeah.
I
In one night.
love the concept. I
think
it. I
it's
love the
really
way you
fun.
transformed it.
Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe in the beginning getting like a little kid recording where it's like a blackout and it's like, Mom, Dad, like I want to show you like we did this, like something along those lines I think would be really fun just to kind of bring the audience into it as like mom and dad watching their kid.
It's kind of fun.
I think it's fun.
It's a great idea.
I think it's cool.
It is a cool idea.
I'm excited.
Yeah, and your next show is September 16th at the Strand Theater in New Hampshire.
Yeah, Dover.
Yeah, Dover, New Hampshire. And
Yes, it is.
there is some tickets left, but I understand they're selling quick. So I think anyone that's interested in seeing Jordan Quinn, and if they go to the website, your website, or the Strand Theater website.
Yeah, if you go to my website, you go to the Queen's little sub page, drop down, whatever. Words are hard for me. You can find the link there, or if you just go to the strandover.com.
Awesome. And you have quite a few women that you are doing a tribute to.
Yes.
How did you pick those women specifically? Because there's so many women that have done so much for music
Yeah.
in the past.
It was basically, man, some of it had to do with just like who I love, and I mean it's my show, so it's just like songs that I love to perform, but a lot of it is like I did a lot of research into how these women actually affected the music industry. Like Lady Gaga brought techno into the music industry, and Dolly Parton with her little nail instrument thing, and there's just like so many little details that all of these women contributed to the music industry that made it evolve into what it is today. That's how I picked them. And like Joni Mitchell with her lyrics and chord progressions. We do Help Me by her in the show. There's just little details in there.
What other women are you highlighting? You have Pat Benatar, Dolly Parton, Shania Twain,
I do have Shania Twain.
Ella Fitzgerald.
I do have Ella Fitzgerald. I have Whitney Houston, Dolly Parton, Shaka Khan, Donna Summer.
Did we say Tina Turner?
Tina Turner is in that. I'm excited for that
Right,
one.
that's going to be good.
There was a song that I had for her, and then I switched it when she died. I did a lot of research on her, and I wanted to do Missing You, but it's technically not her song, so I didn't feel that it was right. So I'm actually doing her 9-minute and 58-second performance of Proud Mary. I am so excited for that.
That's going to be.
I'm so excited.
You're going to do the full 9 minutes.
I'm going to do the whole thing.
Wow.
Yep.
All right.
The whole speech thing that she does at the beginning, the choreo, everything.
What's another song that you'll be performing that you might want to do for us today?
Okay. Okay, let me back up
Let's
here.
do a different era. We did the 60s.
Yeah.
Can we bump up to the 70s?
70s. I have So I prepared my backup singer. I tried to highlight. Everybody has like a highlight. So like my guitar player, his highlight is "Crazy on You," with the big acoustic guitar solo at the beginning of that. And then my backup vocalist Genesis is going to be doing Adele. She's doing "Rolling in the Deep." I have a more present day song from Adele that I had prepared, and then I also have Christina Aguilera. I go back and forth if I want to add her to the show or not. I know, because she kind of was
She's a big
important
deal in the music
for-
industry.
I know, for vocals, like all her riffs, she really brought the game with that. And a lot of female artists nowadays, like Ariana Grande, who came after her, and Mariah Carey, they all work really hard to do all those riffs and stuff. So I have Christina Aguilera prepared for you today.
Well, we would love to hear Christina
Should I
Aguilera.
put her in the show?
Absolutely.
Right?
How could you not?
Yeah, I know. I know.
Well, let's hear the song, and then we'll put it to a vote.
Yeah, we could do that. I mean, it probably wouldn't be this song. It could be this song. Now my wheels are turning.
Every day is so
Something I did.
Well done.
Jordan Quinn. So just listening to the words and really listening to them,
Yeah.
it's a very inspirational,
I know.
female-inspired song.
So let me ask you. Good.
There's so many songs to do.
It's a good problem to have.
It is.
There are so many songs to do, and so many women that you probably think, should I add them? Should I? Who are the other women that you're contemplating or have given thought to?
That's a great question. There is a list. Linda Ronstadt is in there. It's
Yeah.
not her. But there's a few women in that era. It's not. I have Carly Simon. I'm gonna have to get back to you on that because I don't remember. It's on my phone.
So the best part of that is you can always come back and do a part 2.
Well, that's the idea. I have a second list of women. So then it's kind of like I have this huge what's the word I'm looking for?
Catalog?
Thank you. Yes, catalog of women, and then kind of every show it's a little bit different, you know, because then we can still pay tribute, you know, even though last week maybe I didn't do Carly Simon, this week I can still make sure she's in there.
Yeah.
So you're saying if I went to the show this week and next week it's 2 different shows?
It could be.
Excellent.
It could be.
That's good. That'd be a treat.
Absolutely.
It's basic. It would basically be the same, but there might be a few different replacements here and there.
Blondie,
depending.
Carole King, Joan Jett.
Blondie, I don't have. I have Joan Jett. I have Carole King.
The Bengals.
There you go. I have Heart's in there. There's so many.
So that show's September 16th at the Strand Theater,
Dover, New Hampshire.
Dover, New Hampshire. There is some tickets still available. Did you get yours?
No, I'll be away.
All right.
Rude.
Right.
I go away once in a while.
Jordan, I wouldn't miss it for the world.
I know you wouldn't.
I'll be there.
That's why we're
I'll bring all my little, my children with me. They'll love
My
it.
name's not Jordan to you.
Oh, that's right. It's JoJo Q.
It is.
Stage name JoJo
Jordan
Q.
Q in the house.
I thought we were going to keep that between us.
It's between us and your fans.
You're not fans. Cool, and
like
we appreciate
actually-
anyone that listens to this to make sure they follow us on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and all those things, and follow you as well and find out where, you know, what's going on, because we get some pretty cool stuff going on.
I know you guys are really
Yeah.
I'll say that one of the things that I think I'm proudest of is the diversity of guests, and that's what I think what increases that
Oh, for sure.
that
Yeah.
universe. You know.
And everyone's music, no matter what kind of music it is, we've had all genres. We've had a guy that lives in Africa, and he does African
Drums.
drums.
Wait,
yeah.
really?
Yeah, it's really cool.
And he makes them out of, he's in Uganda, and he makes them out of native trees. And for everyone he takes down to create an instrument, he plants another.
Yeah, it's
That's
really
pretty
cool.
cool.
And then we had Colin Gavin from Ireland. You know, so we've had people from all
guys
over
are
the
so
world
cool.
as guests, and so
Yes.
you've really made it, you know, to the pinnacle of your career, being on Musicians and Beyond
Yeah.
with us, Jordan. JoJo Q.
Yeah.
You know,
What kind of celebrity did you call me?
what kind of what?
What kind of celebrity did you call me?
Quasi-celebrity is
Yes,
what John
ladies
said.
and gentlemen, you heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
She has
never
made
gonna
it to the quasi-celebrity status that she's always dreamed of.
Thank you so much. It's an honor.
Foot and mouth. I'll never live that one down. Thank you guys for re-bringing that up. It's like
course.
pour salt right in that wound. It's
That's
good.
awesome. I love it. I think
Yeah.
that's hilarious.
But this is what we do. We come
Exactly.
in, we talk to people and find out, you know, their background. You know, people have made it to the top of the food chain in the music industry, but they are still people. You come in and you told us that, you know, you're a little bit nervous, which is interesting because kids out there that want to be musicians, they may feel that nervousness. and now they may know that it's a natural
Oh,
occurrence.
it's so normal. It just means that you care.
Yep.
That's all it means.
Yeah. So you are a human, and you've come through some struggles that other people may have.
I get annoyed with myself when I go to a performance and I'm not nervous, because that means I don't like
You can say it.
I
At
may
that point,
say
it
I
seems like you
care.
don't give a shit at that moment.
right, but I know subconsciously, like, my body just like doesn't actually give a f, which like bothers me because I always want to care, but sometimes you're just tired.
Well, you're out
It
there
happens.
6 days a week at least playing, so I can see
know.
why you're tired. And it,
Yeah, but honestly, no. Like, if I'm not nervous, I am upset with myself because it just gives you that extra oomph, and it really puts everything out there.
yeah. Well, I think it takes a special person, anyways, to get up in front of sometimes hundreds of people, and knowing that everyone's focused, everything on you, and that alone could be a little nerve-wracking.
The bigger the crowd, the easier it is, believe it or not.
Really?
Because it's just, the more intimate it is, the more
Is
you
that
can
singular
see.
focus you feel rather than...
Yeah, and then when it's just like a bigger crowd, it's like there's just so many people that you can't really comprehend that there's that many people watching you, that it's almost like your body just puts a blindfold on and it just doesn't even matter. There's just, because when you're in an intimate setting, it's like, oh, this person might come up to me and say something judgmental, or I can see that you're being judgmental on your face, whereas you're on stage in front, it's just like there's so many people and so many different opinions that they have that it just doesn't matter, because there's just so many, it just dilutes it almost.
And what's it feel like being up in front of crowds and having everyone sing along with
Oh,
you?
it's so fun.
Right?
Those are my favorite. Blue Ocean is my favorite. It's also helpful too because the stage lights, you can't actually see anybody when you're up there. So that makes it easier. But when
I have to
you're-
admit, it's making it easier for John and I with these stage lights here. We can't see our audience that well either, so
Right.
it does make you
I
feel.
know.
It takes
and
that
there's so
discomfort.
many out there.
Yeah.
To
You guys
give yourself
are
an
just-
applause.
Yeah. Wow.
Thank you for coming, Paul.
No, but it's really fun because at the end of the day, we're all sharing music and we're all just enjoying it, and that's what it's about. You know?
And you could do it every
Having
day, and you
fun.
still never
Yeah.
know everything. There's still always an ability to learn,
Of course.
which is an interesting thing about music.
When you are up on stage, who are you performing with next? Who are you opening up for? Who do you have coming up?
July 28th, I am at Blue Ocean again. I am opening for Foreigner's Journey with a sneak preview of the Queen's show.
Oh,
So
excellent.
I'm really excited. Yeah, we're kind of highlighting the 80s because Foreigner's Journey is like 80s era. So we're highlighting that area, but I do bring that audience through 60s to present day stuff. So I'm excited.
So
Yeah.
opening up for Foreigner's Journey. July 28th.
July 28th.
Excellent.
It's sold out, 700
You-
people.
Already sold out?
Yep,
That's awesome.
Very exciting.
yep.
Good for you.
So fun.
That should be a lot of fun. And past guests of ours from,
Foreigner's Journey.
so we've got some
Kevin?
friends there. Kevin is going to be on.
He's
Kevin
so
Alexander.
good.
Kevin Herrera, yeah. Great guy. A lot of fun.
How about, I'm trying to think, I was going to ask you a question about your dad.
Yeah.
You've mentioned him a few times, and I want to go back to that. How important has he been to your moving forward in your career?
Everything. I love my dad. I'm gonna get emotional.
You know, you get that from you because you've mentioned him, and that's why it was important for me to go back to that because you
Yeah.
started off the show before we even spoke on air. We were talking about your dad's influence and the impact. He's critical of your performances.
Of course.
He's involved in helping you create. That's got to be pretty special to share that with him.
It's awesome. Yeah. I mean, I don't even know what to say.
Is he musically inclined as
Yeah.
well? Okay, good. So he plays?
Yep, he plays piano. And growing up, I lived in Connecticut, so when I would visit him, one of the biggest things that we did together was he would play piano and I would sing. And that was just like what we did to bond, and
Yeah.
it's still what we do.
Does he
today
ever
to
come up on stage when you're out performing?
No, he has stage fright.
Come on.
Yeah.
We got to get him over that. Maybe brighten the lights.
Yeah. No, he has stage fright. But I think he likes performing. And I think he kind of enjoys almost doing it through me, kind of an idea. Because he basically gets to help me with everything without getting on stage.
Your dad's name is?
Tom.
Tom, so here's what we're going to do. On the next time that Jordan comes in the studio to visit with us, we're going to invite you to come in. You play the keyboards for her while she performs. We would love to have you come in and sit with us and show us that bond between father and
That
daughter.
would be so fun, Dad, please. He's going to have to.
He's going to have to now.
He's on the
yes.
spot.
gonna
Yeah.
He's on the
Yeah.
spot, yeah. People only get one chance to be on Musicians and Beyond, you know.
Right,
Well, some people get two.
right. And apparently
So the
I'm gonna
next,
get a third.
that's right. The next segment in your career, at the next stage, when you're about to announce something else, we look forward to getting you back in here. So,
That'd be
and
so
that is going to be the perfect time to have Tom step in front of the audience here.
Excellent. So besides the Queen's show, which has taken up a huge part of your life now, what else is going on? Are you doing any writing or anything?
I took a break because doing the Queen show, there are specific artists in it that I want to replicate. And I was talking to my buddy, and a lot of the time I find it difficult to figure out my why. And Chad LaMarche, who trained me, he has this program called Get Gig Ready. And he trained me. And the first lesson that he taught me was to figure out your why. Like, why are you doing this? Because that's what's going to push you and motivate you to continue to do it when you're having hard days. And before I came up with the, theatrical approach to Queens and all that fun stuff, I was having a hard time figuring out my why. And I figured out that my why is to bring back that music, because there's so much thought that goes into it. And I feel like nowadays there's just such a rush to get a new song out and a new album out and go on tour, because you don't make money from making music now. You make money from touring. And I feel like a lot, I don't want to be mean, but I feel like a lot of, I'm not saying the product's bad, but a lot of music now, it just feels rushed. It's the same 4-chord progression, the whole song. There's nothing different about it. So I took a step back from writing because I want to learn from these females that I'm doing tribute to, and like actually do tribute to them by taking their influence and putting it into my work. Instead of just performing their songs, like I want to bring back those funky chords from At Last and Whitney Houston's soulful vocals. Like I want to bring that stuff back because it's just not it just doesn't exist anymore. And that's how you really pay tribute, you keep that going. So, long answer. No, I'm not writing right now.
No, well, I mean, that's cool that
I'm
you don't.
still learning.
That's cool that you are putting a lot of thought into it. You're not just getting up there and performing. You are doing it justice, like you said. And
I will say the one artist I think nowadays that is still using the influence of past female artists would be Adele. She keeps those beautiful melodies and the soulful voice and the great lyrics and the complex music behind it. Yeah.
That's
excellent.
pretty cool. And it's good that you're being introspective and taking time out to look at that and
Yeah.
survey it. And
Because that's what I want to create. I don't want I love Dream World, but it's not complex enough for me. Like I just want more. And I think that's why I like musical theater so much, because the music in musical theater is so complex and so emotional, and I think that's like what we're lacking in today's. There's just no time put into it. There's no real emotion. It just sounds like made up stories, kind of.
Yeah. Well, I can see it while you perform the 2 songs in here that you really get into it.
Yeah.
That you're not just singing it, you're feeling every note. I think, do you think you want to sing one more song for us?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Speaking of Adele, I'll do Adele. I'll do Adele.
There ain't no boat in this river that I've been washing my hands in forever. I know there is hope in these waters, but I can't bring myself to swim when I am drowning in this silence, baby. Let me
It's like having our very own Doc Severinsen here in our studio on our show.
I love it. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Jordan Quinn. You can find out more about her at www.itsjordanquinn.com, and you can find out about her up-and-coming show, Queens, on the Strand Theater website.
Yes.
Yeah, we want to
That was
thank you.
beautiful.
Yeah, thanks for coming in, sharing
you,
all that
guys.
beautiful music, the inspiration, all the stories, the backstories. I'm personally looking forward to this show.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you gonna come?
I'm going to come.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm going to try to get my teenage kids to come with me, and
Heck yeah.
I will be there.
That's
I will
gonna
be
be
there.
fun. It's gonna be fun.
I'm very excited. Yeah, that's good.
Thanks.
It should be a
guys.
wonderful show, and everyone should be looking forward to it.
Yeah, so again, we want to thank you.
Thank you.
You know, we had a lot of laughs before,
Yes, we did.
during, and after. And, you know,
We'll get to the after part.
so like Mark likes to say, you know, people come in,
There's that AI in him. Good catch. You know time. That's
Yeah.
good. Past,
I'm here
present,
for you,
future.
John.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you. So no, we appreciate it, and we appreciate, you know, earning these friendships that we earn by having these people in the studio.
And you know what? Speaking of friends, I'm looking forward to a couple of our friends hearing this episode, and then we should get Jordan to talk to them at some point on their podcast, which is Another Sunday Podcast. Jerry and Debbie, Debbie Catalana and Jerry Davila, great friends, great podcast. They have gotten us a few guests, had sent people over to us. We've sent some friends over to them. It's a wonderful collaboration that we're enjoying with each other. But Jordan Quinn may be next on their show and a future guest. But good friends of ours, Debbie and Jerry, thank you for always supporting our show, Musicians and Beyond, on your show. It's Another Sunday Podcast.
Yeah, so Jordan, thank you again, and thank you
you.
so much for being our friend.
Thank you for being
Did
my
you just
friend.
did you just take my line again?
I did. I stole your line. I can't make up my own stuff.